I am doing a back to school video for you guys. I am just showing you how you can make your spirals that you buy personalized just a little bit. If you're like me, you like everything to be cute, so you at least look at it and pick it up, otherwise you can't focus. So that definitely goes for your school spirals on the outside, and plus it's just fun when you pull them out and your friends are like, oh my goodness, that is so cute, and you're like, yeah, I know, haha. Anyway, it's just fun to say you did it yourself and you can make it just how you like it. So I went to Walmart and picked up the cheapest spirals I could find. I didn't want this to be an expensive DIY, so I think these were, I don't know, all of these weren't even $1. So these are just one subject college ruled spirals. In college I usually like to get like multiple subject spiral, and they're like really thick, and then I just kind of each section I use for a different class. But I wanted to try out some different spirals this semester just to see if I like having different ones better, and just so I could show y'all different ways you can decorate the outside of your spiral. So I bought a composition notebook if you use these. I bought one that was already pretty cute, just so you didn't have to do much to the cover. So this one is good if you don't really want to do much DIY, but I'm at least going to cover this up. So that's just a little way to make these cute. If you like the color, you can do the same thing. You don't really have to do much to it. You can even just doodle on it if you wanted to, but I got two of just like one subject spiral notebooks, and so I'm just going to jump right into it and show you how I am going to decorate these. I'm going to do the most complicated first, although all of these are really easy. So I'm going to do a collage on the black one. So I'm just going to start pulling out things that I think look cute together and that I just kind of want to use. I'm pulling out a lot of pages because papers are really good for collaging because they fill it up pretty fast. I'm just kind of looking to see what looks good, some bits and pieces here and there. So this is a pretty good place for me to start. I'm going to try and lay out to see if what I'm doing is good. I really like the look of teared pages, so yeah, I'm going to kind of tear a lot of the stuff that I put into here. So you can definitely collage, like if you want to go in some magazines, or if you want to go on the internet and print out a bunch of pictures that you like, you can totally do that. It's completely up to you. You can do cutouts and make it like a different type of collage. You know how like mood boards look? You can definitely make a collage that kind of looks like that. I am just kind of putting down some pages, some bigger pages, so it's easy to cover up the bottom, and then I'll go on the top and kind of glue some cute things down. This is just kind of how I tend to collage most of the time. I'm not really worried about covering up the holes because I don't have a binder. If you have a binder, then you want to make sure that you cut the holes out in whatever you are covering up, if that makes sense. You can definitely decorate the inside of these journals too. Like the inside cover, if you're already decorating the outside cover, you might as well, kind of thing. So I just have like a basic collage, and I have this started up here. I have these cute things that I want to put on here. My pen pal actually gave me a lot of these like pretty gold stars, so I'm just gonna put these all over the place because they are so cute. So at the end of your little collage session, it is kind of a smart idea to go over with Mod Podge or clear dry glue over the top of your collage so it all gets stuck down, so the things don't peel up as you pull it in and out of your backpack, and as you're just using it throughout school. Okay, so on this little tag down here, I'm just going to write my name. I think that's about all I'm gonna do. I think it's really cute and happy and bright, and when I look at this, I'm going to be a little bit more excited to journal in it and make my notes a little bit neater and cute, just so I can keep the whole thing looking good. You can definitely decorate the back if you want to. I am not so picky, as I kind of like the brown, but if you want to decorate your back, you totally can. But like I said, I'm not that picky. Also, just so I can move on with the next journal, I'm not going to. So the next way you can DIY your journal is a little bit more fancy. I'm using fabric, so if you have some fabric lying around, you can definitely do this. Even if you don't, fabric is not that expensive. It just makes your spiral look a little bit nicer. And so I just picked out 2 fabrics that I like, and I am going to kind of just cut out the size of the cover. So obviously over here you cannot overlap, but on the top and the bottom I'm going to leave, oh you can't see, I'm going to leave some space just so I can fold it over, so you don't have to cut it exactly, if that makes sense. So from here to here I want to cut down, this is lined fabric so it's kind of easy just to keep track of that, and then down here I want to use that. So now I'm just going to cut my fabric. So I'm going to glue along the edge here just because this is a part that's not going to be folded over. And then I'm going to do a very light run of glue on the edge on the other side. Okay, and then you're just going to lay it down and just kind of glue your fabric on. If you are getting extra picky, you can definitely iron your fabric beforehand, since mine is kind of wrinkly. I probably could have, but it's not too bad. And usually if you stretch out your fabric, it goes unnoticed. So then you're going to open your spiral, and so you're going to cut the corners, as you can see in the video, just like that. I'm going to cut off this like frayly part like that. But this time maybe use a little bit more glue, and you're just going to fold over the fabric and make sure you're really pressing down to get it on. So the kind of glue you want to use, I'm using PVA glue. You can use fabric glue or craft glue. Tacky glue will probably work. If you have Mod Podge, that will work. Yeah, once you have that on, you have the inside, and I think that kind of looks cute like that. If you would rather cover the side with fabric too, you can totally do that. You just glue it down. But here we have the cover already just like that. I think this is 10 times cuter. Like I said, you can iron it if like creases like that bother you. But I am going to take it one step further, and I am going to put this piece on here. So I'm going to cut a little rectangle out of this. Also, cutting fabric in a straight line is extremely hard. So if you want it to be completely straight, you're probably going to have to draw a line out and then cut off on the line. I am not being very picky, like I keep saying. It's not because I'm lazy. I mean, yes, I am lazy, but also I just kind of like things to not be super duper perfect. So that's the main reason, but yes, also I'm kind of lazy. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just put this in the middle. So again, I'm just going to glue the edges. So now you have this cute little rectangle. You can leave it like that, or you can take it a step further, which I'm definitely going to do. I just have this tissue paper. It's really cute. It's sparkly. It's kind of see-through, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to cut out a little rectangle. Since you're using fabric, remember you can always sew, but to make this DIY as simple as I can for you guys, I didn't want to use a sewing machine, just to show you that you definitely don't need one. But keep that in mind. If you want to sew it, you can hand sew it. You can use a sewing machine. If you have that available to you, let the glue completely dry and then write your name. So we'll come back to that. But that is this DIY. I think this is super cute. Same for the back. You can totally do the back. You don't have to do the back. Your journal, your decisions. Okay, and then last but not least is the easy side note. If you do buy a composition book, it's easier to do fabric and just completely cut out a piece that covers the whole, and then once you fold it over, it'll be folded. Same for paper. So spirals, you can't do that. Compositions, you can. But aside from that, if you buy a journal or a spiral that already has a decorated cover like this one, you don't have much work to do. So I have this scrap piece of paper here. I'm just going to cut straight lines out of these and then put it on. Now I'm going to glue it over this composition part because this paper is going to be so much cuter. Name or subject, that is honestly all I'm going to do. You could definitely add in some flowers, like that. You could add in some pretty things. I might do that like right here. So yeah, that is it for that. You're probably like, wow, that was like so easy, Avery. Why are you showing us that? That's like so obvious. Because maybe you didn't think about it and you didn't realize how easy it could be. Sometimes I show you things just to show you how simple it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in my next video.